Hi there, I'm Edwin Palmer.
Welcome to my IQ series.
In today's episode, I want to give you everything you need to know about the G factor by asking these 4 questions. Who coined this term? What is the G factor? How did it influence IQ testing? And how do modern psychometricians look at the G factor? Let's start this journey.
Who coined the term G factor and what does it mean? In 1904, the British psychologist Charles Spearman saw that children's school grades across seemingly unrelated school subjects were positively related, and reasoned that these correlations showed the influence of an underlying general mental ability which entered into performance on all kinds of mental tests.
Spearman noted that while every student excelled in certain areas, it wasn't impossible for them to excel in other areas too. In fact, it was more common for a student who was good in certain areas to do well in other related areas.
For instance, a student who did well on reading comprehension tests would also perform better on verbal tests. So he asked himself, does there exist an underlying general mental ability which enables a student to be good in different school subjects?
To get his answer, Spearman made the first factor analysis of correlations between IQ tests. He used varieties of test items in order to measure common abilities. In the end, Spearman did find a single underlying intelligence factor he believed accounted for a person's many abilities and called it G.
He showed that all cognitive performance can be explained by 2 variables, one underlying general ability, the G factor, and the many specific abilities, the S factors, this general ability gives rise to. How has the G factor influenced IQ testing? In any collection of test items which make up an IQ test, the score which best measures G is the IQ score because that score has the highest correlations with all the item scores.
Typically, the G-loaded IQ score of an IQ test appears to involve a common strength in abstract reasoning across the item content of the test. Furthermore, today's factor models of intelligence typically represent cognitive abilities as a 3-level hierarchy, where there are a large number of narrow factors at the bottom, a handful of broad, more general factors at the intermediate level, and at the top, one single factor, referred to as the G factor, which represents the variance common to all cognitive tasks.
However, this view is not universally accepted. Other factor analyses of the data with different results are possible. How do modern psychometricians look at the G factor? Currently, the G factor theory of intelligence is largely undisputed and has been established through experimental cognitive research, brain anatomy, and molecular genetics, where it has also been shown to have a strong heritable component.
So Spearman's argument proposing a general factor of human intelligence is still accepted in principle to be the most important construct to intelligence by many psychometricians, though no one will say that it's all there is to intelligence. This information came from these websites. You'll find these links below this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and watch this series from the start. Next Friday, I'll be back with a new episode in my series on cognitive abilities. Till then, I only want to say 3 things. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and bye for now.